There's a left hook right there. Sharp left hook with the right hand.
1-2, and now Haney's got that fire in his eyes. A one-hitter quitter. Devin Haney, a walk-off home run. The dream continues for the 20-year-old sensation.
Bill Haney has made it clear that he wants Devin Haney to face Gervonta Davis next, following Tank's defense of his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach on March 1st. If this fight materializes, it would mark Devin's return to the ring after a significant layoff, potentially requiring him to cut back to 135 pounds or settle for a catch weight at 137. This matchup is being viewed by many as a potential cash-out for Devin Haney, who suffered his first career defeat to Ryan Garcia on April 20th. At just 26 years old, Haney has been out of action for nearly a year, with Bill Haney stating that Devin plans to stay inactive until a high-profile fight materializes. We're not taking anything less than Tank Davis once he's finished with Lamont Roach. How about that? Bill Haney said in an interview with Knockout Boxing 86 TV, making his intentions clear when asked about Devin's next opponent. Bill Haney's decision to publicly name Tank Davis as Devin's desired opponent has raised questions about his true motives. Is this a strategy to keep Devin in the spotlight by aligning his name with a superstar like Tank? Secure a major payday as a final hurrah for Devin? Show confidence in Devin's ability to upset one of the sport's most feared fighters? Reignite Devin's career by returning to the lightweight division, where his size and reach advantage previously played a key role in his success. Devin's potential return to 135 pounds could indeed breathe new life into his career. At lightweight, he has the physical tools to dominate, as he did before moving up to 140 in 2023. However, this move would need to happen quickly. Gervonta Davis has hinted at retiring after 3 more fights, likely concluding his career in 2025. Tank's lucrative career and lack of interest in extending his time in the ring mean that opportunities to face him are limited. Meanwhile, Devin's loss to Ryan Garcia appears to have dampened his momentum and ambition. Since being stopped by Garcia last April, the two-division champion has yet to take steps toward a comeback. If Devin Haney is serious about reclaiming his place among boxing's elite, a clash with Tank Davis could be his defining moment. Whether it's a calculated risk or a desperate gamble, the potential bout promises intrigue for both fighters and fans alike.
The British fans will want to know, you did 24 rounds with Tyson Fury, 24 rounds with Anthony Joshua. Which 24 rounds were harder together?
Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even before Tyson Fury's recent defeat in his highly anticipated rematch with Alexander Usyk, the man who has undeniably solidified his place as Fury's greatest rival, rumors were already swirling about a potential showdown between Fury and Anthony Joshua. Joshua, like Fury, has also been outclassed by Usyk in back-to-back 12-round battles. According to promoter Eddie Hearn, this clash between the two British heavyweight icons would not only be the biggest fight in UK boxing history, but would undoubtedly sell out Wembley Stadium if scheduled for next year. At this point, many believe that a Fury versus Joshua fight is the only one left for the two former heavyweight champions from the UK. Fury has hinted at the possibility of retirement, while Joshua has his own unfinished business.
From Joshua, what a shot! Dubois wobbling. Dubois fell there. Joshua's gone in for the finish now. Oh, down he goes!
Potentially seeking revenge against Daniel Dubois after his devastating loss. However, from both a sporting and commercial perspective, a Fury versus Joshua bout seems like the most logical and lucrative option for both men. Despite recent setbacks for both fighters' fans, especially those in Britain, remain intrigued by the prospect. Joshua may have been stopped by Dubois, and Fury might find himself demoralized after falling short against Usyk twice. But this matchup could still be considered a near 50-50 affair. Styles, as the saying goes, make fights. Joshua's physicality and power might present real challenges for Fury, who is known for his technical prowess and resilience.
Everybody wants them to fight each other. If you was in the studio doing commentary, who do you think is the favorite if they fight each other now?
Maybe it's Anthony Joshua.
Knockout points?
I don't know. Maybe points, I don't know.
Alexander Usyk, perhaps the most credible voice on this subject, weighed in on the hypothetical Fury versus Joshua matchup during an interview with Boxing King Media. Having spent 24 rounds in the ring with Joshua and another 24 with Fury, Usyk was asked which experience was tougher and who he believes would prevail if the two British heavyweights were to collide. His answer might surprise some fans. Usyk suggested that Joshua, under the right circumstances, could edge out Fury on points. If you polled fight fans today, most would likely pick Fury to emerge victorious. Fury has never been knocked out, while Joshua has suffered 2 stoppage defeats, a fact that leaves a lasting impression on the minds of fight enthusiasts. Fury's performance against Usyk on Saturday showcased that he still has plenty left in the tank. In contrast, Joshua's recent beating at the hands of Du Bois has raised questions about his punch resistance and ability to recover from such a setback. Ultimately, for both Fury and Joshua, this fight is not just about salvaging their legacies, but also delivering a spectacle that boxing fans worldwide have long craved. While some, including Usyk, believe Joshua could win on points, others remain skeptical that the fight would even go the distance. One thing is certain: if this matchup happens, it will be a defining moment in heavyweight boxing history.
A lot of people are going to say he's a weapon. He's probably the biggest weapon on the planet right now, and he's going to become an absolute rock star of Australian boxing.
Jai Opetaia, the reigning IBF and Ring cruiserweight champion, will defend his titles on January 8th against IBF number 10 ranked David Nyika. The bout will take place at the Gold Coast Convention Centre in Broadbeach, Australia, on a Matchroom promoted card. Matchroom Boxing's Eddie Hearn officially announced Nyika as Opetaia's opponent after the original challenger, IBF number 1 ranked Huseyin Cinkara, withdrew due to an ankle injury.
Oh, it's bizarre. Yeah, I walked in here and it took me a second to realise that it was my face on the poster. It's never been me before. So I live in a small rural country town now, and I keep to myself. I tend to my chickens and my lawns, and I'm a caretaker at apartments part-time, so coming over here and being the centre of attention is bizarre.
David Nyika, a 2020 Olympic bronze medalist from New Zealand, steps in on short notice to face the formidable Opetaia. Despite the change in opponent, the matchup remains intriguing, especially given the Trans-Tasman rivalry between Australia and New Zealand. This dynamic adds extra excitement for fans from both nations.
I just want to be a part of the journey, and it's exciting. Like when I'm not fighting, I don't have a fight locked in yet. I'm still training every day, but there's something else I can look forward to, and that's promoting the best cruiserweight in the world.
For Nyika, the key to success may lie in replicating the relentless pressure Maurice Briedis applied in his fight with Opetaia. While Briedis ultimately lost, he exposed vulnerabilities in Opetaia's game, particularly his discomfort under sustained pressure and his reaction to facial damage. Nyika, a rising talent at 29 years old, faces the challenge of executing this blueprint against a champion with superior power, speed, and technical skills reminiscent of Dimitri Bivol.
And to win it here in New Zealand, then to defend it here in New Zealand and bring the world to New Zealand on worldwide television. David Nyika's got all the accolades as an amateur and all the credentials. All the experts tell us he's incredibly talented. Watch this space. I reckon within 2.5 years, cruiserweight world title and a New Zealand first will be achieved.
However, questions remain about Nyika's readiness for this level of competition. Since turning professional in 2021, the New Zealander has faced mostly limited opposition, raising doubts about whether he's been adequately prepared for a fighter of Opetaia's caliber. His most notable recent victory came on September 15th, when he stopped 38-year-old journeyman Tommy Karpensy in the 3rd round. Nyika's professional career has been a slow burn. Despite his impressive amateur pedigree, his management's cautious approach has left some observers puzzled, as many believe a fighter with his potential should already be competing against elite opponents. While he's managed to secure a top 10 IBF ranking and a title shot, it's unclear how much he's developed in his 3 years as a pro.
David has great work ethic. He's got good height, got good reach, abs that I've always wanted. He looks good, he speaks very well, but the thing is he trains very, very hard, and he takes his training very seriously. And I think under the care of North Thornbury and David Higgins and myself backing him, I think we're going to go all the way to the top.
For Opetaia, this fight represents an opportunity to solidify his standing as a top cruiserweight and build his name further in a division that desperately needs star power. While Opetaia is a respected champion, he remains relatively unknown outside his home region, and the cruiserweight division lacks the marquee names to draw global attention. Regardless, the Opetaia versus Nyika clash promises to deliver excitement, particularly for Australian and New Zealand boxing fans. With the stakes high for both fighters, this bout could have significant implications for the future of the division.
This is huge, man. It's a big deal.
Subscribe. Please like and comment. This is very important for the development of the channel. See you later.